Hello. All apologies for the poor visual on this, but wanted to do this earlier today, but didn't. It's something I mentioned to a couple people over the past few days about weight, gravity, our bodies, how and how how we walk, without it getting turning into too Freudian a point, but it's very possible that we all kind of, I mean, like, on a real major scale, like, put too much weight on carry too much weight. Now, plenty of people carry water, carry all type of stuff, but it may have to do with how we're walking. I noticed, I guess I will do another video of this because I'll show with my feet, but I noticed that maybe you have, like, if you're ever walking behind someone and you can see their feet, and you can see like their ankles, the bone of their ankles makes like a bumps out at their feet, but then their feet won't be under the ankle, it'll be like off to the side. I see it everywhere. Probably mine are the same way. And I think what that is actually our foot like not being out of alignment. And one thing I noticed with kids, how they walk, I don't know if you notice, kids are very bouncy when they walk. It's more because, as far as I could tell by my eye, it's because they're using like the front of their feet and even the front outside of the foot, like under like the pinky toe, under like the balls of the feet, under the last 3 feet, that part that extends out, like using that and not using the back of their feet. Now, we also have this mythological story of Achilles and the Achilles tendon, with that one part of the body not being shielded, sort of, with a blessing that the mother got for Achilles as a baby. The Achilles tendon is right there, sort of by our heel, right around our heel and ankle, and that's supposedly where she baptized baby Achilles, is held him by the ankle and baptized him, his whole body, in a river. And this was his only vulnerable part. It's a myth, so it has a lot of shit to it, but that might very well actually be part of it. Part of what's in that story is that that part of our body is very, very fragile. That bone is very fragile. So I noticed, and I think it's a good thing, kids having more of those backpacks they pull instead of the and that they've been doing something about the weight of the books and stuff. But I don't know what it does to their shoulders or their arms or their elbows or whatever, but I know it's better than having it on your shoulders or whatever. But then, like, that's so it's like, I don't, that's kind of a, big conversation for me to take on by myself, like, everybody's like walking posture. But like, if it's something you think you want to try, I would recommend you starting with the outside of the front of your foot, and then from there that change in weight, in distribution of weight, using your hips. Don't just go to your head and your shoulders and say, oh, it's impossible. But use your hips and involve your hips in the distribution of the change of weight at your feet. And it's an interesting way to figure out your body. And like our feet might be prettier, you know, more aesthetically, like lovelier, like without the bottom of it looking like it fell out, you know, it fell out the ankle and shit, looking like the shit is like whack. So you know, buenas noches. And to me it's actually, you know, it's you know, it's a bittersweet thing, I guess, to joke about, you know, really. But you know, it's something I'm trying to do and figure out. And I think it, obviously, something like that, if we paid attention to that, if you think about it long term, it could really change how well our legs are toned, our strength in our base. A lot of the muscle groups that are like on the inside of the calf, meaning meaning on the inside of the legs, between the legs, like it'd be really good for that area. And it definitely is definitely good for jumping, because those are shoes that they sell for basketball players, ones that you walk on the front of your feet, on the balls of your feet, and it tones your whole tendons and the whole back of your leg, all those muscles up the back of your leg. But you know, it would also help like that whole area, the inner calf, I guess, you know, between the legs and that part going up to the knee. So this says 7:37, 7 minutes 37 seconds. But I wish us well with all of that, because it matters. I without getting too emo about it, to me that's something that it mattered for my little girl, like, you know, to see her feet like real pretty or whatever, you know. But I say all that to say God bless you, and sleep well if you know, if you don't have something you gotta do. And one love.